Well, we were hoping to go another week before we had to do it, where we gain an extra day back, and it's kind of like daylight savings next week when we go back to Fridays. But it felt like it was time, and the other two guys, Dox and Kilkenny, have pitched at a very high level, and they both have responded well, had great bullpens this week, and it gives Stephen Kolick a chance to come up for air a little bit. And, you know, if he doesn't pitch out of the pen on Thursday or Friday, you know, may look to start him on Saturday. I think if you had a coach of the year in our sport, it may be Coach Bohannon. And, you know, going into that situation and the year they had to turn it around like he has and have them playing at an incredibly high level, pitching at an incredibly high level, actually leading the SEC from a pitching standpoint. He and his staff get an awful lot of credit for galvanizing those players and you know, having them where they are. I mean, identical records to this point, 5-7. They played really well the last 2 weeks. They won at home a series against Kentucky, went on the road and beat a great Missouri team this past weekend. So they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. You know, they've got a lot of players back that, you know, are tired of losing, and they've done something about it to date so far this year. This weekend ought to be a big series, you know, for both teams. Where we are, this getting to the end of the first half through the league, and you know, certainly want to finish strong through the first half. Both teams do. It'll be a lot of fun. Guys know where we've put ourselves and, you know, what we're chasing, and we need to have a great weekend. I mean, we need to put together some series wins on the weekend, and it's awful tough to do in this league. But if we're going to do the things that we want to do, we've got to take care of business on the weekend. If we have any problems getting them up this weekend, it ought to be disappointing. Certainly so. We played great at home, and you know, hopefully we'll have the 12th man out in full force. Supposed to be parents and family weekend this weekend. There ought to be some great crowds with great weather.
Yeah, we have a big weekend coming up. We played great baseball last night and the last 2 games against LSU, so we feel really confident, and we think we know what it takes to win big games. So we feel good, and I think we're ready to go. We're a solid ball club. Every team in the SEC can beat anybody, so we know we have to play our best baseball, and if we don't, then we're going to have to figure out a way to win. It's not too tough to stay up at all. We know where we are in the SEC and in the standings, and we know we have some work to do. We know we have to play our best baseball in order to climb the standings. And right now everybody's beating up on each other, so that we still got a chance to win this thing. So we know we have a chance, and we know we got to win every game that we can. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to be out here in the environment, and like we were talking about earlier, this place was full before BP was even over. So that made it a lot of fun for everybody to come out here and got everybody amped up.